here. It's a Tuesday, and I think the last time we filmed was Friday, then we went through a weekend, and yesterday Ben was off, so we didn't film, but I did work Bella last night. Actually worked her like in a group setting. Had a buddy of mine with his dog, and then I had our other three. And admittedly, I got a little frustrated last night with her. She's still seeming to struggle in groups, and it's not really struggling performing, because everything I asked her to do, she did really well. It's the ability to be okay with other dogs doing their thing and me not being with her. So if I were standing there holding onto the lead, I wouldn't have an issue. I think she's fine. It's me putting her on a remote sit and then going over here and working with another dog and handling the dog and getting involved with that dog. She wants to come running in. It's usually when I get on a whistle. It's usually when I start giving some commands. And I think it's really the issue with her understanding that I'm not talking to her. And so one of the things that I have to do more of is work with other dogs. And I probably push it on my end because I'm trying to handle 3 other dogs plus her. I probably should be working her with 1 other dog more often. I probably should be working her with another dog and 1 other person, or 2 other dogs and 1 other person. So I'm probably taking a little bit too big of a step. But I yesterday was pretty frustrated with it, and it wasn't good. It just, I thought about it after the fact, and I realized, and it wasn't, I'm not going to deny the fact that I probably lost my cool with her a little bit. The one thing about her is she's real resilient. She's not a very soft dog to the idea of shutting down. I can get on her pretty hard and she forgets about it pretty quickly. When I say getting on her pretty hard, it's in relative terms. I don't think I'm getting on her too hard, but I turn it up a little bit. Tone is the biggest thing. I'll pick her up and physically put her back in her place when she creeps or breaks. So I can get pretty firm that way without real negative effects. So it's a good thing, but it's something that is particular with her. I have other dogs that are pretty sensitive. Ellie is pretty sensitive, and if you get on her too hard, as hard as I do with her, Ellie is more likely to just turn off, just shut off. So I think you can't replicate exactly what you're doing with every dog, and she's a good example of it. She actually takes a little bit of that pressure pretty good. It's not a good thing, bad thing, or indifferent. It's recognizing that. So I thought about it in the last 24 hours and realized, why am I letting myself get frustrated with certain things? And it's probably a frustration level with myself. I get what I put into her, and the last week or so we haven't done nearly as much. It's been a very busy couple weeks here for us, and not that we haven't done anything with her, it's just we haven't done anything real progressively. We've done a lot of maintenance, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so today what we're going to do is just continue on our little path. I'm not going to panic. I kind of talked myself off this edge or this cliff of, anxiety of, wow, why are we hitting this wall? I do think that I talked to my wife about it. I do think she's showing a lot of adolescence. She's going through a phase right now where she's just acting a lot like a puppy. And so maybe I'm upset about it because I'm going, well, she's not a puppy anymore. Yes, she is. Yeah, she's over a year old, but she's still very much a puppy. And she has gone through probably 3 or 4 recognizable time periods of change from like a maturity standpoint. And right now she's just a little immature. And that's okay. What I did notice last night was she's real sporty. She really wants to do stuff. She really likes doing stuff. She's having a lot of fun with it. So that's good. I just have to recognize and not get so frustrated. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work on one of the things that specifically that we wanted on our list of we want to work on this back cast. And so one of the things that we'd struggled with up until this weekend was getting these, if you notice in my bag, they're all light colored dummies. They're all white. I've got a couple yellows, but they're brighter white. I switched out dummies and I took white ones because I want her to see them. I want her to turn around and run and see it. I don't need her to turn around and run blindly. I want her to turn around and run right to the dummy. And so if you notice, this weekend I tilled all of our fields. We spent about 9 hours on a tractor tilling all the different fields and food plots on this property. And we're gonna use this brown dirt that's flat, there's no cover, there's nothing, and we're gonna use a bright white dummy on it, and it's gonna be real visual. So we're gonna take advantage of this period of a little bit of time that we're gonna have brown fields. So I'm gonna bring her out. Now, we heeled her out here and she did really nicely. Prior to this session, I went down and I got Ben. Ben was down at the shop and I went and got him. Good girl. And we've been heeling back and forth and in heel position here. She's already gone for a walk this morning. We went for about a 1.5 mile walk with all the dogs. 90% of the time she heeled with me. About 10% of the time I let her go out and quarter and cast on her own. I don't let her quarter and cast with the other dogs. So when she goes out and does her thing and allowed to kind of range a little bit, I heel the other dogs. When she's on heel, I let the other 3 go out and range and do their thing. They can handle it. They don't screw around with each other. She goes out there with other dogs. She screws around, wants to wrestle and play. So we reverse this. I go allow her the freedom and the other 3 are under controls that she can't be distracted by. Allow the other 3 to kind of free cast, and she's got to be under control in heel position. So I do that. I try to do it every day. We did that this morning. That was a 1.5 miles. We've been down and back to the shop a few times under heel. It's been 15-20 minutes since Ben and I said let's go film. So she's been in pretty good control. So our warm-up has almost happened already, where a lot of times we come out here and we start doing some heel work because we literally take her out of the kennel and I get into the field. We've connected pretty good. We've tied together pretty good. So we're gonna work right into some of this, our backs. We're just gonna work on backs today. Heel. Good. 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 Now I'm gonna get a few times where I call her to me. Good. Come on. Very good. Come on. Good girl. Good. Nice control. You'll notice too, she's got I left the adjustable leader on the collar. Good. Heel. Heel. Now, today what we're going to do is I'm going to be out in this field. I remember what we did, Ben, Friday. We worked back here and we worked through here. But I tried casting her back and she got kind of faded out. Now, then this ground wasn't tilled. So this is gonna make a big difference the way we have it set up right now. But we're gonna use this green and brown as my straight edge. And it's really just a visual. We could scoot over and use the tree line, or we could use the fence line that we use over there for the horse pasture. But just a straight edge. I'm moving out into the open field, but we are gonna work along the edge where the 2 types of ground meet. Heel. So we're gonna use that as our line. Come on. Good. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good. Go back. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Heel. Here, 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 here. Here. I've noticed too that this flyby that she does with me, that we've talked about correcting now. Good. Did. Good. It happens 99% of the time. The issue comes up in training, like these drills, where when I'm working other dogs, like in more of a realistic setting, when I'm working them like I did with my buddy last night, her delivery is 100 times better. So she does it in these sessions. She doesn't do it so much in the real world, if you will, which is fine. I want to fix it in the sessions as well. But it's something that we're going to have to prepare for, commit to, and see through. And until I do that, I got to quit complaining about it. Heel. Good. So we're going to bring her back to about that spot where she started. Now, you'll notice when she turned and ran back, she went right to that rock. She thought that was the dummy. So that's the reason why, that's the benefit of this brown dirt and the white dummy. Heel. Good. 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 Here, 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 right here, right here, right here. Good. She really anticipated that. Not what I wanted. Did. Good. Heel, heel. Not exactly what I wanted, but I'm not going to complain about it either because she's firing back really nicely. So we're going to do that a little bit differently to get this what I want. Good. No, no, here, 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 right here, here. So she's making the wrong guess. She's responding out of instinct, and she made the wrong guess there. There was no dummy for her that time. No, no, here, right here, here, sit, sit. So she gets the drill, she's just doing it at the wrong time. So what I'm going to do is stop with the sending back, and I'm going to get her to come to me. That's all I'm trying to do right now is get her to come to me. Come on. Go back. Go back. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Right here. Hold, hold. Good. Good girl. Good. Dead. Good. Heel. 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 Now I'm going to let her think on that one. Heel. We're going to set it up again, do the same thing. She's got to get to understand that there's two options here. Off of a sit to the whistle or a remote sit. We don't call them off remote sit very often, but now we're starting to. And that's where that hesitation is coming in too. Right here, sit. She's hesitant to come off of that. It's because we built it in for 9 months. That you don't come off a sit. And one thing I'm real happy with is I can put her on remote sit and leave her for hours in the yard. And I very rarely have issues with her getting creepy with me and creeping around. So this time I want to stop her to the whistle, call her to me. If she comes to me well, I may stop her and throw a bumper up over the top and reward her with that retrieve of going back. If she's hesitant to come to me, I might just recall her all the way in. So I got to keep her. Now she's got 3 options. Go back, but there's no dummy if you make that. That's a bad decision. There's no reward for her if she assumes that she's going back. Recall to me. If she comes at a snail's pace, she's going to come all the way. If she comes well, we're going to stop her, reward her, and give her a dummy back. Come on. That's it. Come on. Go back. Go back. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good. Here, 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 here. Good. Right here. Good. Good girl. Good. That's it. Good dog. She came with me. She came to me with a lot of nice enthusiasm. That was real good. Heel. Heel. Now I'm gonna back up just a little bit more, give her a little bit more room. Probably gonna let her run all the way to me this time, just because we've stopped her now multiple times. So let's get her all the way back to us once. And let's give her a little bit more room to run. Very good. Good dog. There, real controlled. Good dog. Very good. Heel, heel. Come on. That was the perfect pace back. Under control. No hesitation to come to me off that sit either. So that's, we're starting to break her loose there a little bit. Sit. The other thing I'm doing, I'm making a little bit of a modification. I'm not stopping her to whistle on my way back anymore. I think when I stop her on the whistle, she's sticky to come back in a recall. When I just tell her sit, she's coming back a lot better. So I'm gonna do that. Just happens to be the way she's handling. Now you gotta remember, if you're gonna throw a dummy, have your dummy ready. And I want to use a bright white one, so I'm just kind of adjusting these dummies. I probably didn't need all these today, but I'm going to adjust it so that I can reach in, grab it, and pitch over the top without having to fumble around. And you're going to have to remember, always, if you're going to do that, stop with the left hand up so you can throw with the right. You don't want to stop with the right hand, then have to come down to get a dummy, and then start throwing it back, and then you're putting your hand up to stop her, and all of a sudden you're going like this and she's thinking you're going back. So you got to be real clear with your hand signals so that she understands what it is you want. So you just got to think about it ahead of time. Good girl. Good girl. Go back. Good girl. Good dog. Add a little distance on the return. Good. Easy, easy, easy. Right here. 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 Easy. Easy. Very good. There's a lot of energy there. Good. Good. I don't want her in the habit of facing away. Good, there. That's a good spot. Good dog. Did. Good dog. Much better. That was real nice, actually. Heel, heel. So we still run into these little spots with her excitement. Another thing she's doing really well lately, and she's doing it here today, is her heel work is really good. And God, I've been thinking about it recently about how boring we are. You watch our Instagram stories, 80% of them are just heeling the dog around. But then all of a sudden you get into this drill, and I don't think twice about heel. In fact, I'm pretty proud of her heel work right now. Sit. Good. Let's do it again. Again, that time we stopped her and sent her back. This time I might recall her all the way back to me, just to keep her honest. And I'm always going to do it after she looks at me. I noticed what was great about that last one is I stopped her with a stop whistle. She turned her head back, and I think she was looking to go, is there a dummy there or not? She's thinking this might be a back coming. She peeked. There was nothing there. If I had had a dummy out there, she's likely to have made the wrong decision and went back. So there's no dummy there. She looked, nope, she turned. As soon as she made eye contact with me, I recalled her. She came to me, stopped her to the whistle. She's already anticipating going back. You can tell when she stops. I don't have a problem with that right now, because that's exactly what we're doing. It tells me that she's getting it. I need eyes. Come on. No! Here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. Right here. Good. 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 Let's do it again. Come on. Good. Just spin it around. Go back the other way. Just changing it up. Now we'll see how she handles it. Easy. I'm not going to be in a rush. I don't want her to go, we don't have to go so fast that she goes. There might be a little bit of movement on my end, some noise. My hands might move around a little bit. And when the whistle goes, it starts the whole thing. Ah. Go back. Go back. Good girl. That's a good dog. I took a step to get her attention. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Here. Good. No. Come on. Right here. Good. I took a little shuffle of my feet to get her to look at me. So I want her eyes back to me. I'm not going to give her a command to go back when she's halfway looking back, halfway looking at me. She's got to be looking at me. Good. Dead. Dead. Let's do the same thing. We're just going to do it the opposite direction. And then that's going to be it for today, probably. Today I get real nice focus out of her. I'm real happy about that. Now that time I whistled to her. Let's see how she comes off of that sit. Sit down. Come on, come on, good girl. Good. Go back. Go back. Good girl. Good dog. That's a good dog. Right here. Here, 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 here. Very nice. Yeah, na. Come on. Here. Hold. Hold. Good. 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 Did. Very good. Heel. Now, I'm real satisfied with that session on backs. So what we're going to do, just to finish this out, because that was a really good session, I'm going to walk to the corner. This is something that she's done before. We've sent her on this retrieve before. Last week we did it. Heel. We're going to go under control. We're going to make a loop memory. We're going to pitch one dummy in the corner. We're going to come back around. We're going to send her diagonally across the field to multiple covers, different colors, basically green to brown, back to green. And the reason I'm doing it is our session was pretty short. It was very successful. I was real happy with it. But it was short. It's a little warmer today, heel. And we've talked about her conditioning. Notice how much better her heel is on the dirt. She's not gonna reach down and bite the dirt. She likes this grass enough. Heel. So what I want to do is get a little conditioning in for her. So we're going to end it with a nice long retrieve. We've done a lot of short stuff there. dummy in. It's also hung up in the brush, which is not real high, but we haven't even talked about hangers. I like to train them to pick stuff up out of the trees that get hung up in the trees. It's a totally different scent cone for them. That's just a halfway point to it. So she's gonna see that one get dumped, and then we're gonna make this loop back. We're gonna come around the brown strip of dirt. We'll just finish it out as a real oval shape heel. A little more challenging for her heel work wise. Don't let her set the cruise control. Your nose up. Up. Come on. Now we're going to come back right here. And so some nice little short retrieves for her today. Sit. Get a little bit of practice on and off. Very nice. She's getting real good with that again. We've been working on it quite a bit. Good. Don't want her tossing the head. Now what we don't want is for her to run and try to make this loop. So before we send her, I'm going to take a few steps towards it. I might take half the distance here and help her so that it's completely out of logical sense to go around. Heel. Good. Good. Bella. So she's going to go green to brown to green and not. And she faded. She did fade a little bit to the right. Good girl. And this gives her a chance to really kind of run too. So it's a conditioning thing. Good. Come on. Good. Right here. Easy. Here. Right here. Very good. Very good. Right here. Come on. Sit. That's a good dog. You can see she's a little hold. A little winded. Sit. Good. Good. Hold. When she gets to breathing a little bit harder, it's a little more challenge on her mentally to hold this thing. Hold. Hold. Good. Good. Dead. Dead. That's a good dog. Heel. 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 So that's it. I mean, that was really productive session for the two of us. Probably on multiple levels. A, she did well. B, it gave me some confidence back. And part of the reason it probably went a lot better is because my attitude coming into it, hey, enough. Come here. So she can't get her nose out of that grass. I'm just going to bring her right here. Sit. Part of into this is I probably had a much better mindset mentally. My attitude was probably a lot better. I'm probably a lot more relaxed and a little bit more calm and a little bit less stressed for multiple reasons, but I'm not allowing it to have a negative effect on my session with the dog. makes sense. So it's a reminder, go into it like that more often. And if you're recognizing and realizing that you're not, either don't do it, which I don't know that that's the best option either, or it's change your mindset, or go into it with a different plan or list of objectives. We didn't do anything real challenging today. We didn't do anything. We had started all this stuff. Nothing is new. We just focused on a few things and took them to another level. She's better at it today than she was coming into it. Good. And we'll build off of that. But all in all, that was a really nice little session to come back on. Especially coming into it with my mindset of what the hell is going on with this dog? Why is she going backwards? And it has a lot to do with maturity. But I also think it's got a lot to do with me and my approach to it as well. So it's just a good reminder. Okay, there's a little killdeer chick here. So I've got her on a lead. I'm not gonna let her catch it, but I want her to see it. And I want her to realize look at it, it's right there. Look at that thing hide. It's right here. Little fuzzball. But I want her to see it and have the resist this. It's right here.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. And she doesn't even realize it's there, but sit. Sit. Super tempting. Easy. Easy. Good. 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 Heel. Good. Heel. Heel. Good. Isn't that interesting? Look at that one making a fuss. Acting like it's wounded. I'm sure it's to draw us away from it. Look at that. See that?
Yeah.
Pretending it's wounded so we go after it. It's cool. Alright, that's a really good opportunity for her to avoid some distraction.
Drive home, and I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned